Yo, welcome to Game Over Entertainment, and today I'm talking about Life is Strange once again, taking a closer look at Maxine's powers. Part 2, basically the first time I talked about Maxine's powers and where you guys thought her origin was, and next time I was talking about Maxine's powers and how they work, at least up to my understanding after seeing the development of episode 2. Okay, so comments are always appreciated in discussions, man. Highly authorized, please comment below. I want to hear that. And spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played or watched up to episode 2, you have been warned. Okay, so episode 2, we learned two new things. The first thing that we learned is that Maxine has a limit. Her powers cannot be used all night and day. She has side effects if she goes too far and uses her powers too much. All right, so first step we've seen is her have a nosebleed. She had nosebleed in a coffee diner, and that should have been a sign right there for Maxine to, hey, hold on, slow down, take it easy.
Check out your nose. Too much blow? Hey, are you okay?
Too much excitement. See what happens when we hook up again?
Then, let's go to one of my secret lairs and fully test your power. You need a sidekick to guide you.
Okay, Girl Wonder. Show me the way to Chloe's cave.
But she further progressed it in the junkyard. She kept using her powers, and she went unconscious at one point.
Damn.
I don't feel so super.
Max!
It just goes to show you that Maxine's powers have a recoil. Like shooting a shotgun, that thing is gonna kick back and actually hurt you if you're not careful or using it correctly. And that's how Maxine's powers work this episode. Even in episode 1, we used them and you rewind too far back, you see the edges of the screen actually get red, like it was blood around the screen telling you, warning, you're going too far back or you're using your powers too much.
You freaked me out there. Do you feel any better now?
A little. Thanks for helping me.
Now, I don't know if this is a set limit, maybe based on how far she goes back or how often she uses her powers, or is it something that can be trained and exercised, strengthened like a muscle? For instance, if you haven't gone to the gym for a whole year and you go to the gym tomorrow, you'll be sore as hell the next day. But if you, after discipline, after going to the gym regularly, after several weeks, your body won't be so sore, your body will get used to it. Maybe that's how Maxine's powers will work. Unfortunately, we probably won't have time to figure that out because the storm is happening on Friday. I think it's already Monday or Tuesday in the episode by the time it ends, so not enough time to find out how everything ticks.
Why is this happening to me? Why am I here again?
Another interesting development in episode 2, we saw Maxine actually freeze time in place. Alright, very cool scene by the way. Maxine able to move around freely while everybody else was frozen in time, was unaware of Maxine's presence whatsoever. Now these powers, no doubt cool, but are very dangerous in the same sense. What if there was a camera outside the girl's dorm, a surveillance camera that caught Maxine's on frame, and all of a sudden the next frame and she's not in the picture anymore? She'll have a hard time explaining that. What if someone actually ran up behind her after Kate's attempted suicide? They ran up behind her and they saw Maxine actually disappear right in front of their face. Because that's what it would look like in front of a normal person if Maxine actually froze time and moved around. So she has to be very careful with these powers. If she's using it at the wrong time, they could be dangerous for her. Okay, with the use of video, people will have proof that something is actually going on, and it could be used to hurt her or maybe manipulate her into doing all kinds of things because she don't want her powers to be exposed. Maybe they threaten her about using her in a science experiment or something like that. Her life could be ruined. Now we don't know if these powers are something were a fluke, maybe a glitch, because she used them in a desperate mode. She used them like right in the middle when her regular rewind capabilities weren't working. Or maybe this is a new ability that she has from now on. I guess we'll find out more about that in episode 3.
What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work. I don't have any power. Now I have to do this by myself.
And another thing, we saw in episode 1 a little bit of this, but in episode 2, Maxine picking up inanimate objects and taking them with her as she rewinds through time.
I can definitely use this bad boy.
So she doesn't have to replay these parts and re-pick up these items. She already has them on her person. So that power can be used to actually, for her benefit, no doubt. Maybe she can pick up a gun, take it back to an instance where she actually needs to defend herself, and she will have that gun on her person because she took it back with her. Or maybe it's not limited to inanimate objects. Maybe she can actually take back a live person with her. Hold on to a person with one hand, using her rewind powers with the other one, and taking them back, with that person being fully aware, just like Maxine is, of the present situation, where they came from and where they are now. So be fully conscious of the situation. So we haven't seen Maxine actually do anything like this, but it's something interesting to think about, man, and we could see something like this develop in further episodes.
What are you hiding there, girly? Let me see.
And lastly, I want to talk about my understanding of how Maxine's powers truly work, why she is not a true time traveler, at least not her physical body. So we've seen Maxine rewind to a maximum, I'm gonna say about 10 minutes, maybe the length of 2 possible conversations. And in that instance, she doesn't take her physical body with her. Okay, it's like her soul comes out of her present body and replaces the younger Maxine that was there at that instance. Okay, so there will be no occasion where there are 2 Maxines in the same existence of time, where present Maxine can physically encounter a future or past version of herself and destroy the space-time continuum, as often suggested in several time traveler movies. And she doesn't have any record of actually being able to travel to the future. So her rewind powers require her to play through everything over again. She can't, like, if she rewind, let's say she further progressed her powers to the point where she can go back even further than 10 minutes. She had unlimited, she can go back as far as she wants to. So if she wanted to maybe relive her old childhood memories with Chloe in the flesh, you know, that was a fun time for her. Maybe she want to go back and experience that again. If she actually did that, it'd be the adult Maxine mind going to the child Maxine's body. Yeah, that wouldn't be cool. And the fact that she can't time travel like into the future, she'll be stuck there in that present, in that old time, and have to relive every single moment up to that point when she's in her present. And she has to be very careful, or she can actually change her entire future, and it would just be cataclysmic. Okay, so let me give you some more practical, something that Maxine may actually try to do if she had the chance. Go back in time and prevent Kate Marsh from ever attending the Vortex Club party in the first place, eliminating that viral video, upholding Kate Marsh's name, and having her stay at Blackwell Cavity. Everything would be good the normal way it was before all this went down. She wanted to go back and prevent Kate Marsh from ever attending that party. For that to happen, let's see, Maxine would have to rewind to a point before Kate Marsh actually went to the party, of course, and wherever she was in that instance. Okay, maybe she was back in Seattle. Did this happen before the schoolmaster started? Or maybe she was in her dorm sleep. It's not like she can just teleport wherever Kate Marsh is and physically stop her from entering that house or wherever the party took place at. Maybe best you can do is probably give her a phone call, and that's about it. But other time travel movies, they can do that. They can do this type of thing. So that's why this one is different, and I put it on a different plane. And when I think about it, this game actually reminds me a lot of the movie Butterfly Effect, where adult Ashton Kutcher inhabits a younger version of himself. Just like Life is Strange, just like this, kinda, but in a way more scaled version, where he goes back to his teen years. He even goes back to his early childhood and try to make changes to his future through that device. And he also has side effects too of using his powers too much. They get progressively worse the more time he uses his powers. And I'm not gonna spoil any more of that movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It is an awesome movie. I just saw it again recently for like the 5th time, and it is still just as good as ever. If you guys haven't already, check it out. Check out the Butterfly Effect, the first one. The other ones are okay, but they're nowhere near on par with the first one, which is a complete mind trip. Rated R, and it earns it. Okay, so I'm on only my adult subscribers. Check that one out, okay? I'm not authorizing kids to watch that movie. You're not ready for it yet. Okay, people, but that is the end of my discussion. I know I was rambling my ass off toward the end right there, and I'm sorry about that. Just trying to explain to you guys what's going through my head about Maxine and how her powers work. Okay, so Let me know your thoughts below, man. Do you agree with my theories? Do you disagree? I want to hear all of it. Do not be shy, and thumbs up is always appreciated, okay? More Life is Strange videos on the way. Episode 3 right around the corner, coming up early May. Chaos Theory, can't wait for it.
You predicted a cockroach on the jukebox? I pledge allegiance to Max and the power for which she stands.
This isn't a toy, Chloe. I do have to be careful how I use it.
Screw that! Of course it's a toy. The best toy ever? You can bang anyone with no strings attached, rewind time, and boom! It's like it never happened.
Grow up.
Maybe you made a move on me and I would never know.
Yes, that's what I did.
You can rewind time, Max. That's fucking insane. We have to play.
I don't have time.
You did not just say that.